Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts have given us brand new information on a brand new supporter, and then the next LF unit and the next 1% sparking unit. So, right now you guys are looking on the screen, and we have the brand new supporter. I was not expecting it to be him, but it's going to be Majuub. Now, the reason why I wasn't expecting the next supporter to be Majuub is because I don't even remember how long it's been since we've had a new Majuub unit, an actual playable Majuub unit. So I was really hoping that, seeing that we were in like the GT campaign or whatever, that we would have gotten an LF Majuub. I think that would have been really cool and a good way to bring him back. And obviously, if not an LF, then at least, you know, Zenkai the L unit or something, but that just hasn't happened. But yes, we will be getting a brand new supporter, and it is Majuub. Now, ironically, this is a very strange choice for a supporter, given the fact that the LF unit and the 1% sparking unit don't fall in line with GT at all. So for us to get this now, like, don't get me wrong, like, the timing is off, but it still makes sense because the GT units are still, like, you know, relative to the meta right now. But this should have happened first, right? Like, it should have been like Dende and Majuub before we got like Yajirobe or something, but I don't know. That's just my own personal opinion. But I mean, the tweet says, as you guys can see on the screen right now, new supporter info, new supporter Majuub is coming on 9/24. Also, a new Legends Limited character will be revealed today on our social media, or on our official social media at 1400 UTC. Be sure to check back soon. Obviously, right now is that time. So, but still, we are getting a brand new supporter Majuub. I don't know what he could possibly do, because they announced that, you know, they announced that he's getting a supporter, which is cool and all, but they didn't give us any details, and that's the problem. So again, we'll have to wait and see like what he's capable of doing, whether they do give us details in the next few days, or if we have to wait until weekly reset when the new banner drops, and then from there we'll be able to see what he does. But yes, we are getting a brand new supporter, and it is Majuub, so there's that. Now, we did get the confirmation of the next LF unit and the next 1% sparking unit. And those characters are none other than, as soon as I can get to it, here we go. Android 13 and tag Android 14 and 15. Now, I was not expecting this at all. Like, Android 13 to get an LF unit, honestly, I think this is a super long time coming. Like, this should have happened years ago. Like, I don't know why we don't have like this, or why we didn't have this a very, very long time ago, but we are getting an LF Android 13. Now, when it comes down to sagas from the movies, I mean, at this point, like, you really could just replace everything on the tag. I mean, it's been a little while since movies has had a buff, right? Like, you can't really use Ultra Beast Gohan anymore. Like, he's definitely been shut down at this point. What else? Same for Turles. I mean, it's just, I don't see anybody using fusing Gogeta Blue at all, and understandably so. Like, it's just, when it comes down to movies, there are definitely units that could be replaced. At this point, I think it's practically every element factor. So I don't know what they're going to be doing when it comes down to the element factor for this unit, as long as it's a strong element factor. And what I mean by strong element factor is, again, we did have, you know, Ultra Super Saiyan Goku and Ultra Full Power Frieza, and they are yellow and green units respectively. We did get some counterplay to those units now with Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT respectively, because they're red and purple respectively. So at this point, now that there is some counterplay to those units, and if I recall correctly, I believe the Frieza Saga units are now out of the featured boost, we could start seeing a bit more of a shift of sorts. We'll have to see, because again, the Ultra units are just overwhelmingly powerful. But we could start seeing a shift, you know, when it comes down to like certain teams in PvP, and maybe movies can do that. We'll have to see, but maybe movies can do that, because again, practically every element factor on movies could be replaced. So with that, what element factor would I like to see Android 13 be? Well, I mean, if I were to take a guess, right, based off of the color of his name, I would assume he's going to be a green unit. Like, obviously, that's just like spitballing, right? Because really, there is no real wrong element factor right now that he could be. But assuming based off of his name, he's probably gonna be a green unit. But again, it's not just him too. Like, we also do have Android 14 and 15. And again, I find it very, very like, I don't think that the names being specific colors that are tied to element factors is just a coincidence, right? Like, seeing that Android 13's name is green for whatever reason, and note that, well, I mean, his pants are green, so I guess, sure. And then Android 14, I mean, he's not blue at all. And Android 15 is literally purple, like his skin is purple. So, I don't know. Like, it could really just be as simple as that. Android 13 is a green unit, and then tag Android 14 and 15 are a blue and purple unit, which would, like, theoretically, that would work because Android 15 would be able to cover Android 14 because green units are weak against purple. Not only that, with them being a blue and purple unit, that actually gives them coverage. If I recall correctly, it does give them coverage. Yes, it does give them coverage against the tag Super Saiyan 4s. Because they're green and reverse green, right? So obviously green units are weak to purple, strong against blue, but then reverse green is weak to blue and strong against purple, if I recall correctly. So again, it's reversing element factors, it gets confusing, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So them actually being purple and blue actually could be solid against the likes of the tag Super Saiyan 4s, because remember, that equipment skyrocketed them in the meta. So now having some sort of counterplay against them could be a good thing. So that, not too bad, right? And going back to Android 13, if he's a green unit, the only purple unit, in my opinion anyway, who's current in the meta that can actually do anything is LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT. He's the only purple unit that, in my opinion, can actually do something in this meta. So that would be a unit that you would have to look out for. Apart from him, this unit, if he is green, is relatively safe. So I don't know how that's going to work out. And again, like I said, I'm just spitballing with element factors. I could be entirely wrong. Like, Android 13 could be a yellow unit. 14 and 15 could be what? Like red and like I don't know what other element factor, right? Like, they could be anything. But if we're just going based off of, face value and the color of their names on the, art and whatnot, if Android 13 is a green unit and then 14 and 15 are blue and purple units respectively, again, movies could really just use a whole revamp with practically every element factor, but I don't think that it's to the point where it's going to put them in a dangerous spot. So I'm actually curious to see how this is going to work. And also, I am hoping that Android 13 has a way of turning into Fusion 13. I think that'd be pretty cool for an LF, right? Or even just like if it's like a revival or like something of the sort, right? I think it'd be pretty cool to see him transform from just regular old Android 13 to Fusion 13. I think that'd be pretty cool. And also, I do wonder what they're going to do with 14 and 15 because of the fact that there's not really much you can do with these guys. In terms of like trying to make a new unit, like maybe there is something that just I never considered, but at the very least, it's cool to see Android 14 and 15 get a new unit after so long. Like, I don't even remember how long it's been since Android 14 and 15 had those sparking units. Like, it's been forever. So for them to get a new unit and have it be a tag unit, no less, is pretty cool. Now, the one thing I am disappointed about isn't about the units themselves. It's about how they went announcing all of this. On Twitter, they didn't give us a video. I don't know why. Like, they didn't give us a gameplay showcase or anything of the sort. They're just like, bam, here you go. LF Android 13, and then tag Android 14 and 15. They're dropping next week. No gameplay. We don't know what moves they have. Again, we truly don't know their element factor. We don't know any of their abilities. We don't know anything. We don't even know if they have new models. So I don't know why they announced it like this, instead of giving us, the gameplay so we can actually see like how the characters work. Now, maybe they'll drop it on Monday, maybe they'll drop it on Tuesday, I don't know. But at least we know at the very least the new units are going to be LF Android 13 and tag Android 14 and 15, and the new supporter that we're getting is going to be Majuub. Again, it doesn't really make sense for Majuub to be releasing alongside movies units, but hey, it's another supporter, so whatever. But I do want to know what you guys think about the new supporter Majuub, LF Android 13, and tag Android 14 and 15 in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.